Razzle dazzle. Head fake for two. No good.
The battle between Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon is a tale as old as time. It's a battle as classic as Nintendo vs. Sega, Goku vs. Vegeta, Freddy vs. Jason. Okay, maybe not that last one. Cartoon Network is legendary. They're responsible for some of the best cartoons of our childhoods. The commercials were always the best. Do you guys remember the commercial where the red guy from Cow and Chicken calls Velma a freak, and then Jimmy annihilates her with a tomato? Roll the footage.
Come on, Sheep. You can sit with us.
Yes, go sit with the freaks.
When it comes right down to it, we're all freaks. Every one of us. And that's what makes this network great. Who you calling freak, freak?
I have some great memories of loading up CartoonNetwork.com and playing games from all my favorite shows. So that lands us at today's video. We're going to be taking a look at some Cartoon Network Flash games. The first game we're going to play is codenamed Kids Next Door Operation Graduates. The delightful children, up to their old tricks, have stolen the Kids Next Door code module, and it's up to us to get it back and return it to the moon base. The game's a shoot 'em up, and a pretty good one too. So we start off with one attack, but collecting more members of the team gives us additional firepower. So once you have the whole squad, you basically destroy everything in your path. But you're also a bigger target. Get hit once and you're back to one attack. I used to play this game all the time in computer class. Instead of learning, I was playing this. And honestly, that explains a lot. Another Kids Next Door game I used to play was Protect and Swerve. The game is a race to the Sector V treehouse. You race against baddies from the show like Common Cold, Toiletnator, Night Brace, and Grandma Stuff'em. You also have missiles you can shoot at your opponents to stun them. Once you win all the races, there's one final showdown against the delightful children. Defeat them and the treehouse is saved. The next game, Operation Zero Outmandied, puts together two of my favorite shows from Cartoon Network. Codenamed Kids Next Door and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It's like the special Grim Adventures of the K&D, where worlds collide and Mandy tries to take over the kids next door. It's a really fun crossover episode, and even Ed, and Eddie show up. The game has you playing as Mandy, going from room to room blasting every zombie in sight. There's also rooms that have us dodging zombie gerbils. My favorite is the boss fights, like the fight against Toiletnator and the fight against number 362. Help Mandy become the supreme commander of the kids next door. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Harem Scarum. Here's one that I played almost every weekend at my grandparents' house. It's a platformer where you play as Billy and Mandy protecting Innsville from mutant pumpkins. There's a whole arsenal of weapons to use like Grim Scythe, or if you're insane, there's this toilet paper weapon which always seems to miss every shot. The game is based on the episode Billy and Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween.
Trick or treat!
Very well then.
Tricked!
Wow! My very own pet skunk! Hey, little guy, I'm Billy. He likes me!
The game is 3 levels long and takes us from downtown Innsville to the graveyard and finally the pumpkin patch where we find Jack-o'-lantern. As a kid, I could never beat this game, but now I realize you can just stand in the corner and he can't even hit you. Save Innsville and turn Jack into some sweet pumpkin pie. Cow and Chicken Bombs Away. The game is pretty simple. Your goal is to bounce the bombs on the trampoline over the fence and hit the red guy with 3 bombs. For some reason, when you hit him with a bomb, he shows us his cheeks. Why was he always doing that? He truly was our generation's Ice Spice. Next up, we're playing Cartoon Network Smash Tennis Extreme Pong. Wait, which one is it? Tennis or Pong? And what makes it so extreme? There's 2 characters to choose from, Dexter or Scooby. I used to play this game every day after school trying to win, but Dexter would always beat me. Well, you know what? Not today. Once we finally defeat Dexter, we can send him right where he belongs. Cartoon Network's Beanbag Tag. On a rainy day, Dee Dee decides the gang should get together and play some tag. The goal is to freeze all the other players before the time runs out. I used to have fun as a kid just going around and seeing what I could find from the different shows, like Plank, Eustace Mask, the Red Guy's Wand. I'm sorry guys, I'm really not trying to show you that again. Do you guys remember belly washers? They were a juice and the top would be a cartoon character like Dexter or Johnny Bravo. They were awesome, and the song on the commercial was epic.
Belly washers, belly washers, belly washers, belly washers, belly washers.
Cartoon Network's Kick the Can. It's a nice summer day for some barbecue and kick the can. There's 5 characters to choose from, and my go-to is Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy. The game starts off simple enough on round 1 with 6 characters to tag, but when you make it to the higher levels, there's like 14 characters running around at once, and you're trying to freeze the characters, but you're trying to protect the can. It's a really good time. This one, along with Beanbag Tag, were 2 of my favorites off the site. Courage the Cowardly Dog Nightmare Vacation. While on vacation in Hip Hop Island, Muriel is kidnapped and it's up to Courage to save her. The game is based on the episode Courage Under the Volcano. The game has us going around with a snowball launcher blasting evil lava monsters. You have to defeat all enemies in the level to progress. I used to play this game all the time because there weren't any other Courage games to play. Ed, Edd n Eddy got a game, Samurai Jack, Kids Next Door, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. The craziest thing is they actually was making a Courage game for the PS1, but it was scrapped. Here's some footage thanks to Smash Brothers Gaming.
This game, which was supposedly in development, surfaced years later after assets for the game were found on an old computer. Though incomplete, files were stitched together to give you an idea of what would have been. Much like the show, there's a real eerie atmosphere to the game.
Man, I wish this would have actually got released. It looks awesome. But back to Nightmare Vacation. There's 6 levels to beat to save Muriel, and what else are we going to do? Wait for Eustace to save her? Samurai Jack Path of Destiny. With a coup up to his old tricks, it's up to Jack to save the townsfolk and defeat the evil. Level 1 has us saving villagers and protecting the town from beetle drones. Level 2 is more of the same, but now the beetles shoot lasers.
Cool.
Once the village is safe from Aku's minions, it's time for the final showdown. Aku has 3 different forms we have to defeat in order to win. It's a pretty tricky fight, but learn the patterns and you'll beat him in no time. Dexter's Labyrinth. When Dee Dee puts a virus on Dexter's computer, he shrinks down and goes in the computer to fix the problem himself. It's a puzzle game and a fun one. You have to collect the computer chips to progress to the next level while dodging screws and virus bugs. If you get stuck, you can reset the level, but beware, you only get 3 resets. The game is fun, but it is on the longer side with 30 levels to complete, so how about we look at one more game? The last game we're going to be taking a look at is the Powerpuff Girls vs. the Rowdy Rough Boys. Instead of mixing together sugar, spice, and everything nice, Mojo Jojo mixes together like armpit hair with some snails, and somehow he creates the evil Rowdy Rough Boys. You use the mouse to move your character and the spacebar to punch. They always feel a little stronger than you, but I'm okay with that because in the actual episode they are stronger than the Powerpuff Girls. If you can land 3 hits without taking damage, you do a group attack that really helps you get ahead. You can also get different endings depending on how good you do. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments some of the games you used to play on CartoonNetwork.com. And until next time, take care.